Hello and welcome to Baggies View. I'm Paul Bradley and I'm joined on the phone now by West Bromwich Albion correspondent Chris Lipkowski. Hi Chris.
Hi.
Well, we're going to preview the game against Newcastle first of all today. Obviously you're going up to Newcastle for that game to report on it. First of all, what's the injury news and team news, please?
Well, James Morrison's a big blow. He's going to be out for certainly this game. I would imagine the Man City game on Boxing Day too. He suffered a hamstring strain, which is never... It can always be a bit of a dangerous injury to carry, really, because you don't want to overstretch it and tear it and rule yourself out for a month. So, quite rightly, he won't be playing tonight, and I suspect Boxing Day will come too soon. On a brighter note, Paul Sharner, who had cramp, and Joseph Malumbu are both fine. And with Sharner and Stephen Reid, they're both on four yellow cards at the moment, which is one card away from a one-game ban. Now, that amnesty comes in the next week or so. I think it's going to be after the Boxing Day game that amnesty comes in. So there are still two games for those players to fall victim to that, if you like. And Roy Hodgson has decided to bring back three players from loan. He's brought back Marc-Antoine Fortuné, Gonzalo Jara-Reyes and George Thorne. And I think it's more really just to give the squad a bit of depth during this period. Players tend to tick over rather than go into full-blooded training. It's a case of just keeping players fresh over the period and trying to do as best as they can with the resources they've got. And
should West Brom be seeing Simon Troy playing tonight or not?
No, the hero of the last St James's Park trip sadly won't be. He'll be up to his eyes in nappies, I would imagine. His wife gave birth on Monday, so he's been given leave, really, paternity leave, I should say, for that very reason. And best wishes to him from on that respect. But yeah, it's a little bit of a shame for West Brom because, of course, he had a strange old game up at Newcastle last time. He didn't particularly play brilliantly, but he managed to come away with a hat-trick at the end. So, yeah, it's a bit disappointing that he won't be involved.
Okay, now just looking ahead to the game itself, how are West Brom going to have to play to actually get some sort of result up at St James's Park? Because it's not an easy place to go, even when Newcastle are suffering a little bit of a bad run at the moment. Well,
this is the problem. Newcastle have, I think they've taken 2 points in the last 5 games, having started the season brilliantly. West Brom go into it with confidence. They got a very good result at Blackburn, albeit one with a very late goal. I suspect the only change we'll see will be Graham Dorrans coming in for the injured James Morrison. I'll be surprised if there are any further changes to personnel. I think the team that finished, or rather the team that played against Blackburn, will probably be worthy of keeping their place, but obviously that one enforced change will have to be made.
Okay, and just looking forward even further now to the January transfer window, the time of the year when all fans get excited and all football managers end up pulling their hair out, it seems. We don't know too much exactly about what sort of dealings West Brom are going to be doing yet, but what sort of effect does it have on the club, these periods of 4 weeks or so when players can be coming and going and everyone's kind of wondering exactly what's going on?
Well, I think from a sale point of view, I don't think Albion will come under pressure to sell anybody who they don't want to get rid of. I dare say there might be interest for one or two of the peripheral players. I mean, Roman Bednar's an obvious one because he's not played. There are a few players out on loan those loans might be extended, or they might go back out on loan once people are fit. But I suspect that the Peter Odom Wingies and the Joseph Malumbus of this world will be okay. The Jonas Olsen, he's obviously a big one. His name's been mentioned as, in terms of his contractual situation. I can't see that being a problem. In terms of incoming players, I think Albion have to decide really how to best use their one domestic loan that's remaining to them, whether they go down the route of trying to replace Oltan Gira or bring in a right-sided defender or indeed a left-sided defender, which they perhaps lack at the moment.
Okay, and just before we go, this is our last show before 2012, so I'll give you the opportunity to say Happy Christmas to all the Baggies followers.
Absolutely, and many thanks for tuning in, and Happy New Year to everyone too.
Great stuff, and I'll echo that sentiment as well. Happy New Year and Happy Christmas from all of us at the Birmingham Mail. And we'll be back in the new year with more Baggies View.